Welcome all. This is Judy's Mind Body, and I'm happy that I have some students here too that will be working with us. And we're going to be starting with just coming forward with a stool onto the balls of the feet, going back towards the heels, drawing the toes up, really lengthening through the calf muscles here. As you go back, you'll feel that. Whoops, I almost went over. And then coming forward to the front of the foot and back. So this is an ideal way to strengthen your feet for Tai Chi Chih, up, down, forward, back, weight shift. So for example, you could do something like this. You could lift this one arm up here while you're on your toes and also stretch that way. And then we would want to do it on the other side too. So we go back towards the heels, come to the toes, and then bring the other arm up, really extending, working on extensions in the body, not only of the legs, but also of the arm here. And you really want to have a stool to do that. So one more here. And one more on the other side. Go back towards the heels and come forward. And then when you're forward, bring up the arm. And I don't advise that you bring up both arms, but some people will be able to do that. And we're just going to come back and forth here a little bit. Okay, and then we can do also side-to-side weight shifting with a stool. It's a very nice way to practice rider on horse position, which is a position in which the feet are separated and the toes are out this way. So you can do that from your back of your stool, and you can bring up one hand here as you shift over and shift back, and try to even it out so that the top of the head is parallel to some line in your room. You could do this and back, this and back. Yeah, and if you need it, you can also hold on to the stool, right? There's nothing wrong with that. Now we're over here. Good. So all of those kinds of things really warm up the body. And then we're going to sit on our stool in a moment here and practice our breathing. So now come to the edge of your stool or chair, and you're going to inhale, placing your right hand perhaps on the belly, left hand at the heart, and inhale up, lengthening your spine, expanding the page right here, right at the low dantian. Inhale, expand the rib cage, come up to the collarbones, and now exhale down, not dropping the spine. But you'll feel this area move in towards the Ming Men in back, which is right around the tailbone area. Inhale, expand, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, slowly contract. Breathing in through the nose and placing your tongue on the upper palate right here. I'm going to make a tongue click right there. That's where you want to place the tongue. And you're going to inhale, and then you're going to exhale from there. And that's for the Qigong breath. You come in through the nostrils. You go out with the nostrils exhaling, and also the mouth is slightly open. The tongue on the upper palate. This is traditional breathing for Qigong. See the expansion? You can feel it yourself. There's an expansion there. And now there's going to be a contraction as you pull back. And that energy is moving towards the low spine, towards the Ming Men area as you contract here. Good. So still on the edge of your stool, try something like this. Your propeller with your palms out like this, and then coming around spinal twist a little bit here, coming back to center. You don't want to fall off your stool. And then inhaling here and then exhaling to twist. It's a spinal twist, exists both in Qigong and in yoga. Good. Now bring the palms up even higher. You might have to readjust your clothes here to do this. And you're going to come around this way. And bringing your eyes towards the third finger of that hand that's moving with the other hand. notice how your drishti point, the point that's in the center of your forehead, is going to bring your head over, your gaze over the screen, probably. That's fine because you want to really feel this long spine and the back of the head here, which is the point where you feel a string coming up towards the heavens. Lengthen it up, pull up your head from there without lifting the chin, if possible. And one more partial circle here. And I don't know about you, but I can feel my sits bones wanting to get off the stool. So let's shake it out right here and let's pat down those thighs and that back of the spine back there. And maybe pat down here on this arm and across. Make some Tarzan sound here. Ah, because you've just opened up your breath and you've worked with the diaphragm at the same time. Come back and let it go. Okay, so then let's now go to our side-to-side weight shift and Buddhist walking meditation without a stool. Those of you who need a stool, be sure you're on the edge of your chair or stool if that's what you're going to use. You can do most of what we're doing from that position. Okay, so let's do our side-to-side shift without a stool. Feet are in a V. And the crown of your head is extended by a string here so that your front upper body is not bringing a lot of energy down towards the knees. You want to feel those knees able to straighten and bend ever so slightly. They're kind of squishy. We don't want to lock them. All right, let's come back to center here. And we're going to do our Buddhist walking meditation, shifting first towards your right over here, bringing your left heel forward, and then moving forward through the center of the foot, front of the foot, then the other foot, moving from heel slowly to toe. And in the center, you'll feel there's a little tiny bit of the center point there, which is your bubbling spring. And now go back. You're probably up here with me. Now you're going to bring your other toe down and walk backwards. And feel almost like you've got something on top of your head you don't want to spill. That way, you'll keep your head up. Good. Let's inhale and sink that down. And come over here and shake it out. Qigong is a wonderful warm-up for us because it really shakes down everything, starting with your knees, coming up through your pelvis, coming up through your upper body, and then just letting it all go. So I like to do the vowels first. We'll start with ah. Let's go up with our ah first. Aha. Aye, next. Aye. Don't forget to breathe. Aye. Oh. Oh. And the last one would be oh. Oh. Good. Now we're going to get our fingers warmed up here with a side twist here a little bit. And now you're going to come up fingers, the air guitar. Start with ah. Ah. Let's take it up instead of down. Ah. Ah. You'll have to do that the way you have, any way that works for you. Ah. Ah. Good. Let's try O on the other side. Coming center and then twisting this way, starting with the fingers to go up like you're playing a guitar. Aye. Aye. Yeah. Again. Aye. Yeah. Yeah, and that should warm up your voice really well. So now we're going to just pat down. Fold forward from the hips, flat back, round the spine there. Tap around your legs. Tap on the inside of the legs as you come forward. And now we'll try our propeller up here. Feet in a V. Inhale first. Palms are up, open in a T here. You're going to come around this way. On your exhale and inhale back to center. Now exhale this way. And this is a spinal twist here with your propeller. Back to center and one more this way. It's almost a 180-degree turn. Beautiful. So we're not starting slowly yet. We're going to in a few minutes here. So this is going to be knocking at the gates. You're tapping your buttocks. It's a gentle pat, but you want to really feel that the spine is still long. And I like to let my heel go on one side and then the other so that knee, ankle, and hip stay together. Good. Shake it out. Now let's start here, triple burner. A little bit slower. Coming through the three Dantian areas, the head, the heart and lungs, and the abdomen on your exhale. Inhale up. And slowly exhale down through those three centers, energy centers. Triple burner. It's triple burner because you're essentially burning energy all the way from the top of your head down to your pelvis on that exhale. It's really slow. Also called relaxation response. And one more of triple burner. Buddha picks up the earth. Inhale here. Exhale down. Come through the central body with an inhale here, and then push the palms up to send the world into the sky in a positive way, not to blow it up. Okay, inhale, and now push it up gently, kindly, generously to say, we need more peace in the world, maybe, or joy, or love, or light, or something that gives us a sense of really wonderful life. I wish that for all of us. I think we all wish each other that. In community. And last one of Buddha picks up the earth and sends it into the sky. Our next will be picking up a feather and letting it go. Flatten the palm on the exhale. Let's do 3 of these over on this side, shifting over. Notice how the back foot lengthens and the heel comes up. And you're on the toe basically for support. Beautiful. Let's shift to the other way. Now the toe's moving this way so that you're in direct line with that toe and the wall over here. And your back foot lifts the heel and you're on your big toe. Beautiful. Coming to the shoulders, you're going to come shoulders forward, up, back, down, inhaling this way and exhaling back. And as you do that, you'll feel your shoulder blades roll down the back here. We're inhaling forward, up, back and down. And here's the down part. Shoulder blades roll down. And the chest is wide open, which we want for our practice. Good. Now you're going to go back, up, forward, and down. And now the back will open, actually, but the chest closes. So it's still important because you want to get that maximum space back there by doing this. And then you want to go the opposite way to open up the chest. Good. That's 4 of those. That's beautiful. Now we're going to come to the head rolls. Bring your hands, your palms like this. And when you feel the third finger there, the long finger, you're going to bring those knuckles down behind you. That brings the shoulders down and back. And you're going to release the head over to the side for the owl. It's very, very slow, and the rest of the body is not moving. And find your drishti point, which is in the middle of your forehead. Follow a line with it all the way around so that your vision and your movement is part of the same thing. And don't forget to inhale somewhere and exhale, usually to twist. So that's the owl. The owl sees very far. Come back to center on the inhale. Now we're going to bring the chin towards the chest. Exhale there and inhale up. You might want to bring your forefinger underneath your chin. Don't push back too far. Inhale and slowly exhale down. 2 more inhales and exhales. And breathing in as you go up. Tongue is on the upper palate. On your exhale, feel the nostrils and the throat opening and exhaling. And one more, feeling that tongue on the upper palate. Breathing in through the nose. Exhaling through the mouth and nose as you come down. Beautiful. Now we're going to do a semi-rainbow upside down. So you'll bring your chin towards your chest, and then you're going to bring this ear over here on your right up halfway. Up the breath of halfway in an upside down rainbow, and then come back up to the center, and then go up the other side. What we want to do is get the chin in the center, but get the ear over here right opposite that shoulder, and then opposite the other shoulder, this ear. So that's your half rainbow. Now, as you come over to your right or left, wherever you are, make a complete circle without moving the rest of the body, but holding your shoulders down and back. Feel the inhale here. And the exhale as you move from top to bottom. And then have your circle move the opposite way. Your left ear to left shoulder, and all the way up on the inhale, and then all the way down slowly on your exhale. One more. So the connections of the head and shoulder are really important. We want freedom there. Good. Come back to center. Let it go. Bring the arms out in a T and circle the wrists and forearms, and feel the energy beginning to move towards the shoulders. 7, 8, and we'll go the opposite way. Now go back with your palms and your circles. Good. Now bring the elbows close to the body, but not touching, and forward just kind of the wrist and forearm here. Little circles where you feel everything, especially the third finger. You can let it be the conductor here so that it's a complete circle. Then go the opposite way. 4, 5, 6, 7. It doesn't matter, but I like to have even numbers. Now we're going to go forward with the hips, side, back, side, forward, right, back, left. And they're very slow, like you've got 4 points of a clock almost, okay? Good. Now, when you come back to center, stop. Your pelvis is forward here, and you're going to go the opposite way. Left, back, right, forward. And you can also use your finger with this. Left, back, right, forward. Make a circle, kind of like a clock. Should feel kind of nice and even. And it's opening up that connection between the low spine and the pelvis. Good. Bring the feet together. We'll fold forward from the hips, flat back halfway. Take hold of the knees. And then circle right, front, left, back. And now make it nice circle, very smooth. And then go the opposite way. Forward, left, back, right, or whatever you didn't do the last time. Good. Now, straighten the legs, the knees, without locking them, and slide down with your fingers down the shins. Open up the legs and come up slowly. For the fountain, inhale here. Fold forward for the hips, flat back, and now round, and you'll be outside your toes. Bring the backs of the palms together, come up, inhale, and go over again. So forward bending can be tricky, but if you do it this way, you should be okay. You also can use your core muscles here and start bringing them in. Inhale first, and now bring in the core muscles. Make a sound like PHEW, phew. Now breathe in with a funnel breath and funnel it out. And come in one more time and just use your nostrils and your Qigong breath. See how that works. Inhale. That's really the cleanest, I think. Come up and shake it out. Good. Yoga prayer. The palms are together here as you exhale. Feel the energy move from the heart down to the abdomen. That exhale is very slow. Good. Now bring it all the way up and come down with the Qigong aspect of this, as if it were prayer, but you're feeling the Leigong points between the palms, feeling the energy as it begins to connect to the Qi here. Breathe in, and one more. Yoga like prayer, only Qigong. Good, and you should probably begin to feel that you've got quite a bit of Qi there. So if we were to do push-pull here, we would begin to feel it. Sink down, shift towards your right, bring your left forward, and push the energy forward on the exhale, and pull it back on the inhale. Push, pull, or giving and receiving energy on Zoom. A great way to warm up the breath. Let's bring that left foot back in and try the right side. We're doing a forward back shift here, of course. You're going to shift the energy over towards your left, like you're going to hitchhike, and you're going to bring your right foot forward. Inhale first and push and pull the energy back to your heart, giving and receiving. Exhaling here, softly turning the palms around to inhale back. One more. Beautiful. Okay, we're going to come into Tadasana, your mountain pose. And we're going to come into another pose here. Daughter on the mountaintop. I'm doing my favorite poses right second here to warm up. And back here. Exhale. Inhaling up the mountain. Exhaling down with your left hand close to the heart. One more. And we'll change sides. Come back to your rider on horse. Exhale. Shift towards your left to bring the right forward. And push. Feel that circle. Feel the gentle turning of the palms here as the energy moves back to you on the inhale. Push. Pull. Or giving and receiving energy. Now use the center point of your forehead. Your leg point there is like a point, a beacon of sending your energy forward, and you can then look over the crown of the screen you have there and just feel it connecting up there somewhere. Then it's more general feeling of giving and receiving energy rather than specific. Different. Bring it back, bring the foot in. Inhale to sink it through the earth. And we're going to get some water. So hydrate. The crawl stroke. This prepares our arms really well for some bigger moves that you may or may not need to connect to, but it gets your body really open. The backstroke. Let's just not move on this, but feel like we're on a raft and just feeling relaxed and moving the arms over the water. Maybe they splash here when they touch. Feel the lightness of it, the relaxation of it. And it's nice, warm water in your mind. All of that feeling stuff that we do actually has an effect on the mind and circularity of the body. So you're bringing more and more energy or chi to the digits here when you feel the water. Good. Now we're going to do breaststroke, and we're going to feel our core here. Inhale and push out. Inhale under the water here and push out. And feel the breath as you exhale. And there's the exhale, right at the core. And one more. Beautiful. Tadasana, mountain pose. 19 movements and one pose. Tai Chi Chih. Rocking motion. Feel the figure 8 in the arms as we pick up energy from the earth, take it up towards the heavens, and we turn the palms around in an 8 shape. Can you see it? Draw it with your index finger. You'll feel it. And the palms are super relaxed here, so you're picking up energy from the earth. And at the top, you send it back down to earth. Nine, 27, 36, any multiple of 9 will do. But we're just going to end it now because that seems like enough. Inhale and sink it down into the earth. And we'll double ground it. Bring it to the heart on your inhale and sink it down to the earth, resting on globes of energy here in resistance to gravity. Bird flaps its wings will be next. Inhaling the palms here as you lengthen. And as you sink your feet in a V, you're going to come to the balls of the feet and lift the heels a little bit. Inhale and sink. Inhale to lengthen and sink. And third one, the bird flaps its wings. It's just a little bit of a circle here forward and back to inhale again and lengthen. Second cycle of 3. Last cycle of 3. And sink it into the earth and double ground it. Triple ground it. Inhale up to your head. And exhale slowly down. Building relaxation response. Let's go even higher to the trees. Feel that extension. And the mountains. And now with a slight back bend of your upper spine, all the way up to the sun or the moon, wherever you are. And sink it down. Shifting now towards your right to bring your left forward, we'll go into our first forward back weight shift. Around the platter in chest high water. Feeling the temperature of the water on top here, very warm today. And you begin to feel that that raises the chi quota because of your focus. Forward back weight shifting. The heel will lift in back automatically. The toe will lift in front as you go back. Three more of around the platter in chest high water. And one really slow here where we feel the roundness of the palm, the relaxation of the fingers, and we're ready to come to a close here with that left foot. Sink it into the earth, shift towards your left to bring your right heel forward. Same thing, now you're going outside this right knee, over the top of it, of course, and coming back. And you're still in chest high water. So I like to think that I inhale here, and right about opposite the heart, I start to exhale back, bringing energy to that back leg. Three more. Yeah, these beginning movements really warm up the body. And then after a while, you feel even more chi than we do right now. Let's inhale, exhale, rest on globes of energy, shift over to the right, bring your left heel forward for a round the platter variation, which is a circle within a bigger circle, outside your left shoulder and then back here. Not too high with the shoulders. And breathing from the abdomen. Take the gaze even higher without lifting the head. Beautiful. Bring the foot back in, that left foot. Single grounding. Shift it towards your left. Release your right heel. Around the platter variation, you'll pick up a ball of energy here at your right shoulder. Drop it center and continue around with your circle. Feeling the shift in your legs. The forward shift where you bend the knee in front slightly, back leg starts to straighten, and then they switch. Three more. Slowness, circularity, continuity, moving from the center, and maintaining a fairly steady rhythm and a feeling of the chi, your intrinsic energy as it relaxes and also builds, lowering blood pressure, stress, and bringing us into a very quiet state here. We're going to shift over for our next move, which is bass drum. The palms are said to be in polarity here because of the Leigong points between the palms. So you want to cultivate the energy of the inhale and the exhale, which brings the elbows forward with the hips, and you're really beginning to feel a weight shift here. It starts to grow. Two more. And bring the left foot back. Sink it into the earth. Shift it towards your left. The right leg starts to lighten and let the heel drop. Bass drum. Here's the inhale towards me and mine towards you. And here's the exhale back away from each other. Really feel the length of that energy coming forward and back. 3 more. And last one. Beautiful. Bass drum comes to a graceful conclusion here. We double ground it, bring it to the heart, bring it to the low dantian, bring it to the head. Extending your spine each time. And let's bring it all the way up to the sun this time. Slight back bend, upper spine. Hold it there, inhale. And then slowly, ever so slowly, exhale it down. Relaxation response. And you can still, if you stop breathing there, that's not so good. So you can take extra breaths there. All right, we're going to now do our next move, which is going to be daughter on the mountaintop, followed by daughter in the valley. Shift right. Coming to the top of the mountain, your left hand will be close to the heart, coming down on the exhale. Expansion, contraction with the breath as you come back. Open your nostrils. See what it's like to also breathe through the throat as you release the lips just a little bit. And feel your tongue on the upper palate. And then think of yourself going up a mountain. There's the inhale and coming down through a very slow trail here on the exhale. 2 more. Beautiful. Inhale and sink it through the earth. Shift it to the left, bringing your right heel forward. Daughter on the mountaintop. Your left hand is still going to cross behind the right here, right at the heart. And the whole thing makes a heart shape. Tai Chi Chih is under the umbrella of Qigong. So it's part Tai Chi and it's part Qigong, which makes it so beautiful and so slow and raise lots of Qi. Two more. Last one now. Bring your right foot back. Come back into rider on horse position and we'll double ground it. Daughter in the valley starts up on top of those mountains you just climbed. Shift to the right. Bring your left forward. Exhale down and inhale through the central trail. Cultivating the chi here because the palms are so close without touching. Here's your inhale. And here's the exhale over the mountains as we look back at it. So here's your coming forward through the central trail and then coming back to look down at what we've been up through. So forward shift towards me on the inhale and away from me on the exhale. Two more. Good. Bring the left foot back. Inhale to sink it through the ground, singly, shifting down with the palms, and then shifting over here to the left to bring the right forward. For daughter, in the valley. We start up here. We come down and we inhale through the valley. Beautiful. Cultivate the chi here as you inhale the palms together. The polarity is strong there. Three more. If you do get tired anytime, you could always sit or you can always get more water. And one more here, slowly moving forward and back. Inhale and sink it into the earth. And double ground it. And we will now hydrate for a moment. Tadasana. Carry the ball to the side. Picking up a ball of energy, releasing your left heel, and shifting over. This is a 3x3 move. On the third shift here, bring in the outside right foot and sink it down. Wind up. And second cycle of 3. Feel when you rise, you inhale. So wonderful to get that feeling. And now your buttocks is coming across on a grand piano stool or something that's very flat where you can basically scoot across. Beautiful. Feel the flow. You're doing a great job. Let's go back now. We're going to wind up the sway and go back. And feel actually the heaviness of the arms. It's really kind of amazing that we can do this kind of flow. So the heaviness actually lightens the feeling. They're moving, but they're dropping down on their own. Sink it. We'll go back now. Wind up, release the left heel, and move forward or side. This is a side-to-side shift. And I always love the image here of seagrass, that we are this seagrass that's moving so slowly, so luxuriously. Beautiful. Sink it into the ground and enjoy double grounding it. Maybe even triple grounding it. It's our first real side-to-side weight shift part here. And let's bring it all the way up so we can do a little bit of back bend here of the upper spine. Inhale and exhale there, and then come down. Good. Our next move will be push-pull, followed by pulling in the energy. Shift to your right and push, pull. We use this for a warm-up today because it's a wonderful sense of being together and sharing energy. Feel the shift into the front foot, the slight bending of that knee, the straightening of the back, and now the bending of the back knee and the straightening of the front. Three more. Feel that energy of the push, which is an exhale. And the inhale back to yourself. It always returns to the heart, your heart. If you give energy out, you get it back. Last one. Bring the foot in. Inhale and exhale, single grounding, shifting towards the left to bring the right heel forward. Push, pull. Make it easy. Make it light, soft, connected to your energy, and enjoy it. Maybe a little bit of a smile from within always helps to increase the joy in the body of doing this. Feel the softness of the fingertips and of the wrists. And one more of push, pull, which has its own companion move of pulling in the energy from the farthest star. Let's double ground that. Shift to your right, bring the left heel forward for pulling in the energy, which starts with an inhale. Fingertips are up. It's just like around the platter, only upside down. And you're kind of resting in the clouds here as you bring in energy from the farthest star in the universe, or your universe, or my universe. Perhaps with a visualization in mind. What would you want from the universe today? Peace, joy, love, light, community. 5 fingers. I'd like 5 fingers. Shifting it down, we'll now shift towards the left to bring the right forward. And pull in the energy from the farthest star in the universe through those 10 fingers. Feel the fingertips pulling it in. Because the hands are so light now, they just draw it in. 3 more of pulling in the energy through the fingertips. Last one. Double, triple, quadruple grounding. That's a pretty important one there. The world needs a lot of energy to heal itself. And we can help through community, getting together, doing something fun like this. Wow. Art, music, just communicating, playing with clay, or writing stories, creative work. Let's sink it through the earth. And our next move is going to be the first of the taffies. Basic taffy. Your left hand pulls under the right elbow. The left heel moves out here, and you're going to shift over to the left. Ground it. And then the right hand comes under, and you pull the energy towards the right, the underneath hand being the invite hand. Sink. Always grounding helps. And that's when we sink here. Basic taffy pull. Pulling through heavy air. You can feel that right at your core. So enjoy the inhale and exhale here. And last one of basic taffy. Let's double ground it just to the heart and back. And now to the head and back. And now we'll bring it all the way up. And slowly exhale down. Feeling relaxation response. Let the palms keep going, even though you may need a new breath. And we come to our next one, which is going to be where we get to be a boat. You're going to bring your left foot forward with taffy. And then bring it back to basic taffy, moving L shape over here. And switch legs. The anchor was the right leg. Now the right leg is moving forward. And now it's going to move to the side. And you'll bring in the anchor, which is now the left leg. And we just keep switching. And you inhale to rise. And sinking would be the exhale. And now we'll bring in the anchor for the last time here. We're coming to shore. Inhale and sink it down. And double ground it. Anchor taffy. Or we could do a triple ground and say, just nothing, just feeling this slow, restful exhale. Because we're coming to a very childlike move. This is circles taffy. Ready? Inhale and circle. Exhale. Now bring the left hand under and pull your taffy over here. Beautiful. Right hand under. Pull your taffy. Two more. We'll go that way first, to your right. And now back to the left. Don't forget to breathe. Beautiful. Let's double ground that one because our big one, which is our perpetual motion taffy, is coming up next. Bring the energy to the head and down slowly. Bring it up to the trees. And slowly down. And to our mountains, so glorious and beautiful. And exhale down. And then up to the sun. Slight back bend upper spine. Don't forget that. Ground solidly in the feet. And now slowly, ever so slowly, exhale. Preparing for perpetual motion taffy with heel step. And adding the heart protector move without touching your body. Feel it come all the way down the inside of the arm. Perpetual motion taffy can be done as many times as you like. It's just a gloriously beautiful ending of 3 variations in our basic taffy. And the heel step starts from the heel and moves the energy to the toes, and then you feel it there. And when you finally feel the toes, then you go to the other side. The energy is moving through that foot from the heel to the toe. And one more set here, this way, and then back to the left. Inhale and exhale. And ground it on globes of energy in resistance to gravity. As we come to our next move, which is going to be working the pulley, shift to your right, bring your left heel forward. This hand will come out like a push. This hand will come in like a pull. And it's a diagonal shift. You might not want the feet very far forward and back from each other. They don't have to be in a long shift. But you do need to really make sure that the toe or the heel, whatever's sliding here, is connected to your knee and your hip. And all this starts with the breath. So the breath is saying, exhale here with the left hand and inhale it back. And that pulls my hip back with a hand underneath. It's like a swim move. And the left hand is now guiding the other side of the body. So the other side of the body is really like a companion to the dominant hand that's coming forward and pulling back. Once you understand it that way, it's all controlled by the breath. And then it gets easier. And this is the last one here on the left side. Sink it down. And now we'll shift to the opposite side. So bringing your weight into the left leg, bring the right heel forward. And now this hand will be the exhale hand. And this hand will be the pulling of that hip back on the inhale. On the other hand, it does the same thing, but it's just following. It's a copycat hand. Sometimes it doesn't want to copy, so you kind of have to train it like a puppy, right? It doesn't want to go under that hip. Two more. Last one. Beautiful. Really nice. Let's inhale it and sink it through the earth. And let's do a couple groundings here because we're really going to the end of our practice here. We're going to light at the top of the head in a second. So let's take it all the way up to the light. Slight back bend, upper spine. In gratitude for the light, and then exhale slowly down. We're going to bring our feet into a V again. Sink down. Feet are in a V. Bringing this to the crown of the head, which is the back of the skull, and sinking and rising. Light at the top of the head. Circle the palms. You're circling that light at the light of the Tao, all the opposites, light and day, night and day, light and dark, opposition and resilience, all the things, all the opposites. Then you hold it. Inhale and sink and rise again. Let it go into the earth and back to your heart. Left hand on the top. Sink it down central meridian, come into the V again with your feet. Light at the temple is at the temples. Sink and rise. Let it go. Now hold the energy there and just inhale it and just feel it spin around beautifully around your temple. Light at the temple. Hold it and sink and rise and let it go. Beautiful. Out into the universe and back to your heart with the left hand on top. And now preparing for joyous breath, sink it down. Bring it up. Balls of the feet. Heels rising on your inhale. And now 4 exhales down. Sink the heels. Breathing in. Last group of 4. Joyous breath. Make it fun. Beautiful. And make it somewhat macho. It's a yawn move. But full of joy and power. So not negative power, beautiful power. And now you're going to bring the right hand up, left hand down. Your feet are in a V. Passing clouds, all things change. We stand here with letting the mirror hand move as we're in a meditation, moving meditation. And we watch it go or let it go. Sometimes it's fun to just see what's all around us by following the mirror hand wherever it goes, especially outside. Let us now return to not watch it go as we finished our meditation. Let it pass without following. Because all meditation lets the heart be still. Bring the foot in. Double ground it. Bring it up to the light. And sink it down slowly. Six healing sounds are next. The heart is whole. The spleen is hu. The liver is tsu. The lungs are sh. The triple heater is shi. And the kidneys are chi. Ho. Hu. Tsu. Sh. Shi. Chi. Second cycle. Ho. Hu. Tsu. Sh. Shi. Chui. Last cycle, 5 chuis. Ho. Hu. Tsu. Sh. Shi. Chui. Follow the palms the opposite way. Chui. 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 Mixing the energy of yin and yang, all the opposites, and preparing to come into cosmic consciousness pose, your left heel on your right ankle bone. Bringing the palms up here and then bringing one left hand closer to the heart than the right. Opening out the elbows, lengthening through the whole spine, and looking over the window of eternity and through it. And then your own practice. This comes from Seijaku, the advanced practice of pushing out from your heart and then turning the palms up towards heaven in gratitude. 9 to 13,000 years of Qigong. 6 centuries of all types of Tai Chi and Tai Chi Chuan. And the work of Wenshan Wang, Chinese Cultural Center, in the 60s and 70s with Justin Stone, and Justin Stone's wonderful book from 1974, 19 movements and 1 pose. In gratitude. And thank you all for your practice. Coming into Tadasana, the mountain pose.